The Chartered Institute of Linguists Awards are given each year for exceptional achievement and also inspiring others to learn and use languages. And as the highest overall achiever in literature in the Diploma in Translation, you've done exceptionally well, Mihail. So could you tell us a little about yourself and how you became a linguist?
So I was born in Romania and started learning English from quite an early age. Around the age of 7 or 8, and then moved to the UK when I was about 13. And I was very serious about learning English to a high standard. And I remember spending a lot of time practicing. I used to record BBC radio onto tape and then play it back and repeat sentences and certain words that I had difficulty with, and I was trying to work on my accent and kind of,
Wonderful.
Really studying the language.
So what was the big motivation for taking the Diploma in Translation?
The main motivation for me was to have my skills and abilities validated by a professional organization. It meant a lot to me in terms of my personal confidence in my abilities.
Mihail, you told me that you practiced some of your skills, which undoubtedly worked for you in the translation of literature, by recording and listening to journalists and news pieces. Did you have a particular program that you liked, or a particular newsreader that was your favorite?
It was pretty much anything and everything. I was from an early age. I tried to learn as much as possible. So I would record news or even short stories or anything like that, and then usually I would either play the tape back and repeat after the speaker on the radio to try to work on my accent, and also sometimes I translated the article just for my own kind of enjoyment.
So when you're doing literary translation, what are the kind of big similarities and big differences between Romanian and English?
Sometimes it's quite tough. It can be quite challenging if an author's personal style is. Sometimes it can be difficult to kind of convey into the Romanian language.
Well, there's also a thing that people have told me about literary translation, which is it also takes a little bit of personal courage as well, because sometimes you have to make an artistic decision yourself about the way you're going to cast something in another language.
Certainly, yeah. There are many instances where it's more about interpreting the sort of the emotion that the author is trying to express than it is about translating accurately. So there are certain instances where you have to make a brave decision to not necessarily translate things as accurately as you would if it was for example something to do with like a scientific paper or something a lot more factual.
So is there anything else that you'd like to say, Mihail?
I mean, for example, I knew that I was going to choose social sciences and literature as my semi-specialized categories, but I didn't just focus on practicing those. I practiced everything. And it was mostly for my own sense of confidence, going into the exam feeling like I'm ready, I can do this. I think that is the most important thing, definitely, preparation for the exam and not taking it too lightly, not expecting it to be easy.
Very, very good. That's great advice for people who will follow in your footsteps, hopefully. So news of your award, Mihail, will reach nearly 20,000 people on our social media channels. Plus, there are another 5,000 dedicated readers of the Chartered Institute of Linguists magazine, The Linguist. And we're already starting the search for next year's winners of the CIOL Awards. That's recognising not just individuals, but also organisations that are doing a lot to promote language learning. And if you wanted to nominate somebody or identify an organisation that you think is doing great work, then the place to go is ciol.org.uk/awards, and we're already on the lookout for the people that we want to recognise next year.